probably noticed from looking at the titles of her work, is international. She has worked extensively in France, as well as Italy, as well as Texas, South Texas. We're very proud of Jayne because she does possess a degree from the Department of Art here at TAMUK. And you can see that her work encompasses many different media, watercolor, oils, glass that is both blown and formed under immense heat, cut metal, sculptured metal. And I think that one of the great things that each of you will learn from her talk this afternoon is how an artist works out their ideas from within in whatever medium. So I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Jayne Duryea from Kingsville.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Laura, and everyone on this team. Doesn't matter if it's 2D or 3D, or if it's oil paint or glass, or what it happens to be. Years ago, people said, no, you have to just be a painter, or no, you have to be just one thing. That was when I went away on sabbatical to France to blow glass and paint, and came back and said, yes, I can do whatever I want to do, and I'm gonna. So I'll start there, I guess. That painting is a special place in the south of France. And there is a blurb that I wrote on each different media that I think Laura's going to put out there for you to read in case you need to write a paper. In our gallery at Coastal Bend College, we have you write papers about work and all kinds of things, of course, about artists. In my sabbatical in France, I spent 6 months over there, and this is a special garden. Frank Avery Wilson, he was an action painter in the 50s, and he lived there. He was 80 years old, and they were across the roof from me. He was working on a book on quantum study of art and science, and he didn't have a lot of time for me, but when he went back to Norway, he gave me the key to this gate. So it's a 20-foot step down, and over this wall is Nice and Cannes and Saint-Tropez. If you've ever looked at the map or gone to France, or I hope you will go someday, it's better to look at it back here. And I painted the one top middle right and then the top middle left, and realized that those two panels didn't really give you an idea of how wonderful that place was. So I built 6 more canvases, laid them out in my backyard, and with a long stick and a pencil on a ladder, I drew that perspective out. Didn't fall off. I was a little bit younger too, so I could get the perspective lines right. If you look closely, far left, the wind kind of moves the foliage up and around and down that stepway, and the same thing here. So it was kind of the dappled light I wanted to collect in this image, and the sultry breeze of the Mediterranean, and some of those beautiful things about the south of France. We also have them here in the south. Those 3 paintings down there are a series called Chez Moi. That means my home, and these are things around my home that inspired me, as some of the other 3-dimensional work that's here. The first one is a pathway. It's called It's Clear to Me Now, first on the left. The next is my back porch, and it's early morning light that comes in. And light and dark is very exciting and interesting to me. The next is early spring. That was actually going to be in my backyard if I planted all those things, but forget it, that's over. I'm not going to do all that. Too much to maintain and take care of. But speaking of nature, if you look around, everything's kind of flowers and nature and birds and all of those things that are the wonderful, gentle things of the world that are of my interest. Because you know how rough things can get in life. Let's see. And please, this is that story about row your boat, and each one of these birds are a word or a note. But read this. This is really interesting about that. The bird series is friends of mine. Actually, this is the first one. This is a self-portrait. This is me. These are friends of mine, 1 and 2. That's Teo's view of 100 birds on the dock. And the bird series came from a loss, a traumatic loss, which stopped me from painting for a while. So actually, the first time I started, I painted this one. And it's so funny, I do a lot of work that's kind of just responding to the media, not always planned. So subconscious things can evolve from that if you've ever worked that way before. Notice the knees are not bird knees, these are people knees. Knees for birds are backwards. And this foot looks like I'm stepping forward, but this foot is going backwards. So there's some really curious things, but it was a traumatic loss. I'll tell you about that sometime if you want.
The bird in that